Hi, this is Chuck Porter, Senior Investment Advisor with Cannon Capital. You are viewing part 2 of a 3-part series on the family office. The other parts of this series are available in our video archive located on our website, www.cannoncapital.com, under the Wealth Management tab. Today we are going to be diving a little deeper into the family office, getting into some of the more delicate issues like structuring, staffing, and roles and responsibilities. But before we do that, I wanted to circle back and give you what I consider to be one of the best definitions of a family office. A family office is a full balance sheet, 360-degree personal CFO solution, uniquely tailored to help manage the day-to-day needs of an ultra-affluent family. Full balance sheet CFO implies that the family office will be involved with all of the family's financial affairs. 360-degree means that the family office will work across generations and service providers to ensure that the needs of the family are being met. And finally, uniquely tailored because no two families or no two family offices are ever going to be the same. Good. So if it's true that there is no cookie-cutter approach, that no two family offices are alike, then the question becomes what kinds of things does the ultra-affluent family need to consider when evaluating whether a family office is right for them? The first question is whether the family needs necessitate a single family office and whether the family has adequate resources to carry the expenses associated with a single family office. A single family office is a team of advisors that are solely focused on one family, compared to a multi-family office, which is more like a partnership where multiple families will carry the costs of the family office. Staffing a family office is complicated, but since most of the expenses are associated with labor and staffing, this will be an area of great importance. Identifying the tasks needed to run a family office will help a family determine the staffing needed to fulfill key roles. One of the most critical decisions is determining the overall governance of the family office. This will be largely determined by the desired involvement of the family. How much time does the family want to spend, or are they willing and able to spend on making family office decisions? And are there family members that are qualified to make those decisions? The family office can be set up to alleviate almost all of the administrative, the monotonous day-to-day tasks. But some families are more interested in opening lines of communication and involving next-generation family members, which is a very different type of family office than the one that's just trying to help families spend more time doing what they want to do and less time doing day-to-day monotonous tasks. Well, what are some of the typical family office titles and roles? Well, they're mostly what you'd expect to see in any other business or office. Titles like CEO, CFO, CIO, and in some cases, these roles are even delegated to outside service providers. And even further, in other cases, one person might fulfill multiple roles. For instance, the CEO of your family office might also be your CFO or your lead tax guy. Some of the ancillary roles that you see here, like art director and security director, are more dependent upon the unique needs of the family. A family with no art holdings wouldn't want an art director, while a family with significant real estate would want to have someone on staff who is involved with property management issues, and that person might actually be their CEO as well. Evaluating the needs of the family starts with an understanding of the services that a family office can provide. The list here is by no means all-encompassing, but it's certainly a good start. In practice, the family office will evolve with the ever-changing needs of the family. While some things might not seem relevant today, it's very likely that the needs of your family will change over time. A couple of things I'd like to point out from my experience. One of the most gratifying experiences is working with a family to create governance, things like crafting mission statements, and further developing framework for family governance that will help ensure things will actually get done in a timely fashion. Starting a family office brings some benefits with it, and some that you wouldn't expect. A few things I'd like to highlight include the connectivity and communication which always seems to improve because there is a greater awareness of the communication preferences of each family unit. In addition, there's leverage in numbers with a family office because a family office is able to negotiate better pricing because of the perceived coherence of pooled funds and of the family unity. For families with operating businesses, the family office can help engage future generations while also creating a barrier between the family office and the business family. The decision to start a family office is a challenging one. There are concerns for both the family and the professionals involved. On the consumer side, the biggest concerns tend to be the things that also drive a family towards a family office: integrity and anonymity, the desire to maintain a certain lifestyle, bridging the gap between generations to ensure an effective transfer of values and legacy, wealth preservation, and of course, taxes and investment performance. On the professional side, compliance and procedural due diligence is very important because the office that is leaned on for everything is laden with liability risk. There are also smaller margins and higher labor costs to acquire talent with the family office. And lastly, with the present status of the war on the wealthy, the family office needs to be on top of proposed tax law changes. Here are some of the things that Cannon Capital has in place to address consumer concerns. To ensure that our data is accurate and the channels for communicating that data to our clients is safe, our systems are both hacker verified and penetration tested. We are very sensitive to our clients' wishes to remain anonymous, so we are committed to maintaining confidentiality at all costs. Next, undoubtedly most important, we always put the best interest of the family first, and we are laser focused on serving our family office families. Next, we feel that our clients are typically most interested in preservation, and for that reason, we commit to taking no unnecessary risks. And last, we strive to create good working relationships with all service providers, regardless of whether they are in-house or on retainer. We understand that we don't have a monopoly on good ideas, so we aim to partner with folks that have plenty of them. Addressing professional concerns is a bit different. These are some things that we have in place which allows us to better serve our clients' family offices. These are sound business practices of the family office. First, we have a heightened awareness of regulatory and compliance issues. We choose to go through an annual third-party verification of our practices and procedures. It's called our CFEX registration. We are also an independent registered investment advisor with the SEC. Documentation is extremely important for us, and for family offices engaging in bill pay and shareholder services, special attention should be given to deemed custody rules. To ensure that our business is sustainable, we strive to create efficiency, again focusing on our practices and procedures and scalability. With regards to pricing, we are always open and flexible to try to create an arrangement that makes sense for both us and our family office clients. We are open to ideas and seek out other families that might have access to specific talent that we are in need of to create strategic alliances. Last, we are our client's advocate. We proactively fight for our clients' best interests. We write to our representatives and get behind lobbying efforts and initiatives when called upon. This concludes the presentation. I hope that you're starting to gain a better understanding of the family office, and if you're exploring a family office for your family needs, maybe you're starting to get a feel for what that might look like. The next presentation will go through some detailed scenarios of how a family office will be structured specifically to address the needs of 3 different families. So I hope you'll check back in. Check out our video archive for additional video resources, or reach out to me with any specific questions or concerns. Thanks and have a great day.